Charles. I have swam in the past, I've ran in the past, none of them successfully. I've had different flirtations with the gym, I've had different sessions with personal trainers here or there. Nothing's been successful for me, nothing's been consistent. Until I joined G2G, I was basically obese and had been for about 6 or 7 years. G2G is completely different to any gym experience I've had or I am aware of. They make weightlifting not intimidating. It's not about steroids and looking good. It's about learning how to move weight in a safe way that doesn't injure you. You learn the techniques first, and then you slowly start to build up the weights very slowly. As a result, I haven't been injured since I've been here. I'm not intimidated by any piece of gym machinery, whereas before I was. The G2G coaches care about whether you're doing the exercises right or not. Most personal trainers don't. They just want to cash in their hours worth of training. I think that's probably the biggest difference. G2G coaches care and they want to see you improve, and you do improve as a result of that.
My name's Georgia. I'm a physiotherapist and I was a gymnast when I was young. I've been with G2G for about 3 months now, really focusing on my strength, and I found that with training with these guys, I've really looked at kind of increasing that and getting my form in the gym really good. So with G2G, I've really appreciated, just from my clinical point of view, that they do kind of a one-to-one assessment. They really look at kind of where, I suppose, your kind of strengths and weaknesses are, and they have developed like a program for you that is essentially kind of really getting the basics right, which is something I think gets lost a little bit. It's not kind of about fads, it's not about doing crazy things, it's about getting everything, moving well, learning about your body, and I think that's really important. I find the whole team here really good. I got introduced to G2G through Ollie, but through that kind of have had experience with all the other guys here, and I found the team just really good. They're all on the same level, they all are really knowledgeable, they're all that kind of take that next step, and they've all got their niches, so they work as a team really well together. I definitely would recommend. In fact, I've referred on a few of my patients to G2G, so I think that just shows the calibre of people you're working with when you're willing to kind of hand on some of your patients who you've seen kind of with an acute injury and ready to kind of get back into the gym, or who need a kind of specific program. I have no kind of issues sending them to G2G for that.
My name's McQueen. I've exercised throughout my life, played sports at school and university, did a wee bit of weightlifting at university. Then when I graduated, I pretty much did nothing for about 6 or 7 years until I started training with G2G. I've been training with G2G for 11 months now, and I've seen a number of improvements, strength, mobility, my diet, and I've also completed a 6-week intensive course. I think for me personally, I was somebody who went to the gym with no real specific goals or measuring of progress, and I found I got very bored or didn't see any improvements, whereas now everything's structured, everything makes sense, there's a reason for you doing everything, and because of that I've understood what I'm doing and I've taken it forward and made significant gains in all areas I want to. I would say I feel much more comfortable now. I think as you get a bit older it's easier to relax and you lose a little bit of your body shape, but now if I look at a picture from 11 months ago to now, I would say I was pretty pleased with everything.
My name is Nikos and I've been training with G2G for the last 10 months. Prior to that I was doing one-to-one with Aidan, and I joined the G2G a year now. For me the difference is that you have more than one people, like 3 different trainers, different approaches, they complement each other. It's completely different to one-to-one. I was at a point that I didn't really need one-to-one training anymore. I have been training with one-to-one for 6 years, so I wanted something funnier and more intense, but I needed someone to be there. I have to come 3 times a week or 4 times a week. Every time I have to improve either the reps or the volume or the load. So there is definitely improvement that you can see and you can write down and you can track it back if you need. I would rate the coaching from G2G highly. I can't recommend it enough, I think. There are so many people that they comment on my results, and they're asking all the time, how did it happen? So I can't recommend these guys enough.
My name is Emma and I have been training for a number of years. I've done everything in the gym, I've done a bit of cardio work, I've done a bit of swimming. I've been with G2G for 8-9 months now, and I've had some really good results, not just in terms of what I do and how I work out, but in terms of my nutrition as well. In terms of, you get a more personalised programme, everything you need is here, but it's also the full package. It's not just teaching you how to lift weights, it's teaching about nutrition, how what you eat can complement the workouts you do as well. I feel a lot better about myself since when I first started training. I feel a lot more confident, I feel like I know how to use the equipment, I feel like I know how to use the equipment properly. I feel like I've got a much better handle on my nutrition as well. It's not just about coming in doing lots of cardio, it's about how I eat outside the sessions as well. I rate the coaching I receive very highly. I really feel like a lot of care is taken in terms of my programme, thinking about everything from warm-ups to making sure I get some cardio in at the end as well, keeping it different but also keeping it personalised at the same time.
My name's Colin. My background to exercise, used to be a 400 metre runner when I was a kid. Played a lot of rugby through university and school as well. A lot of golf at the weekends with work as well. And then the last 5 years I've done quite a lot of CrossFit before coming to G2G. I've been coming to G2G for almost 9 months now. The results I've had are probably quite different to a lot of others where I've been trying to gain weight. I've added 10 kilos in that time period, so I've been quite chuffed with that progress. Before coming to G2G, as I said, did quite a lot of CrossFit, which I really enjoyed and got a lot out of the competitive side of it, but I just sort of felt it was time for a change. It's been 5 years, it's been quite a while, and I noticed I was sort of getting injured a bit more frequently. Just not from the training, but just more my movement patterns. So since coming to G2G, I've noticed the subtle things like I've not been hinging correctly, or some extension work hasn't been fantastic. So the individualization of the G2G training has helped rehabilitation of some movement patterns that had been lost. I really like the individualization of the programs, the fact that the coaches are all approachable. I meet them quite regularly out with the gym for a coffee, for a catch up on nutrition, which has been a big area for me because I discovered I was under eating a lot, hence I wasn't gaining weight that I was wanting to gain. Or sitting down, the initial consultation and a 2-hour movement assessment, just discovering issues that I had that I wasn't aware of beforehand. I would recommend G2G to others. I've recommended a few of my friends to come so far who all come to the gym and are really enjoying it and seeing the benefit themselves.